filtersfast.com. I'm here with Bob Roney, the Vice President of Sales for Zerowater. Thank you so much, Bob, for sitting down to talk to us.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. So what sets Zerowater apart from other filter pitchers you see on the market?
Well, Zerowater entered the market about 4.5 years ago with a patented technology that allows us to do something that nobody else can do in the category, and that is to remove virtually all the dissolved solids from your tap water. Traditional conventional filters that have been around for 20 to 25 years at retail are basically activated carbon filters. And that technology, regardless of the brand you buy it from, only allows you to remove some of the dissolved solids that are in your tap water. And most consumers would be very shocked to find out how little filtration is actually going on when you're using an activated carbon filter.
And so is this, if I cut this open, like you've got the picture here, if I cut it open and I look at this, does it look different than the other ones?
No, we actually do, on the front end, we actually do the exact same thing that the competitors do. And you can see stage 2 here is an activated carbon filter. That technology will remove about 40 to 50% of the dissolved solids in the water. The differentiator for Zerowater is in this red area where there are layers of ion exchange resins. And any dissolved solid that makes it through the activated carbon portion here, if it attaches itself to a positively charged ion, it gets chemically exchanged for oxygen. Negatively charged ion, chemically exchanged for hydrogen, H2O. You're basically taking a dissolved solid and chemically exchanging it for pure water.
Wow. So how do I know when it's not doing that anymore? So how do I know if it's
Well, all our dispensers come with this meter, and this is a third-party meter. It's not made by Zerowater. It's retailed out on the marketplace for $19.99, and it measures in parts per million the amount of dissolved solids that are in the water. Well, in our filter here, there's a finite amount of those ion exchange resins, and when they're exhausted, they're exhausted. So we give you this meter for 2 reasons. One, to start, to be able to tell you what your starting point of the water is, but more importantly, when to change your filter. So when these resins are exhausted, the TDS level will start to rise. And we suggest that you replace your filter when it gets to 6 or 8.
awesome? So what's this?
Well, this is something that comes in our brochure that basically is a benchmark of average TDS in the country. If you go to our website, www.zerowater.com, you get much more granular, and you can actually punch in your zip code and see what the TDS is there. And if your zip code is not referenced there, you can test your water and enter it there, and we're getting a very, very robust database of zip codes around the country.
That's great. So it'll tell me this is what it should, this is what it'll be before I filter it, and then once you see it starting to get back up to that level with your TDS meter here, then you know it's time to change your filter.
Exactly. The other benefit of having removed all the dissolved solids from the tap water, if you drink tea or coffee, your tea and your coffee is going to taste that much better because it doesn't have any of that scale in there. Your coffee machines are going to last longer because one of the biggest problems for the manufacturers of high-end coffee machines and espresso and everything is their return rate. And the return rate they get is based on the amount of scale they get. Even though in their owner's manual it says use filtered water, if they're using filtered water from an activated carbon filter, you're still getting a lot of scale.
Right, and you have to buy descalers and try to fix it or return it or get it fixed.
Exactly.
Oh, that's great.